Chapter 1. The Dream of a Nightmare to Come. The 16-year-old's chocolate brown eyes scanned wildly from where he stood. The scenery was unfamiliar. Its magenta mist surrounded him, glowing from the small specks of light inside it, and shining like the very stars in space. The young man gave a glare of contempt into the depths of the unknown atmosphere. This place was not home, and while it did indeed have a serene countenance, it seemed unresponsive, sleeping. No, this was not his planet, not Nebelon. Nebelon thrived with life, yet this place was empty, extinguished. While all life seemed barren, Jet could still feel conflict amidst the atmosphere. As the clouds emanated a warm light of hope, the endless abyss Jet stood upon remained breathlessly silent and portrayed a bitter despair beneath. Each essence seemed to fight for dominion and clashed against the other. Strangely, though, the place seemed more like home to the Nebelonian than his own planet. He knew this conflicting essence all too well. The boy, though never seeing it until now, had always felt the abyss of that same despair. Despite the seemingly barren world, a voice called out, echoing within the empty abyss.
Jet.
The voice called within the haze of clouds, as a shrouded image calmly neared the boy. Jet stood very still, as his gaze glued onto the four-legged silhouette. Despite the blurry image amidst the clouds, a golden star was easily noticeable, causing Jet's eyes to widen in a bewildered frenzy.
It can't be. There's no way.
As the being soon was within a few feet away, there was no denying the truth. Moonwolf.
Jet.
It called again, earning a look of awe this time as it spoke his name.
Do you know why you are here?
After receiving nothing but a small shake of Jet's head, the pup continued.
You're here because of the power sleeping inside you. Because of the impact you will have on this universe.
Jet's lips fell to a frown of trepidation. Wait. What do you mean by impact? And just who are you? The pup's coat of fur was a dark blue. It had a bushy gray tail, pointed gray ears, and paws covered in white. Its eyes were amber yellow and displayed a serious gaze toward the baffled teenager, before speaking again in its usual voice, which resembled a gleeful child. My name is Warpup. I've come to give you a message of the utmost importance. A divine war is soon to begin. The Keeper of Hell will come to corrupt this world. His servants, the dark demons, will come and attempt to devour the light of all things. Jet stood there, his mouth gaping, trying to find some words to respond to such a horrible thought. But there's no way. Nebelon's always been protected. Warpup gritted his teeth in disapproval.
So she still hasn't told him.
This was going to make things difficult. If the princess still kept the past hidden from the people, it was going to be very hard to explain all of what was really going on. The pup narrowed his gaze, distraught over all of the secrecy. There was no excuse for this.
That's beside the point. Regardless of how long it has been protected in the past, it won't be for much longer.
The pup gave a troubled sigh. Maybe it was time he gave Jet some good news. As I have previously mentioned, power sleeps within you. The world Jet was in had flashed before his eyes, and he soon found himself gazing in horror at the world now before him. It resembled nothing but the sheer epitome of death. Jet stood upon the edge of the roof of a tattered palace, gazing with wide eyes at the dry ground, naked and rotting trees, and the blood-red sky above it all. What is? Warpup approached Jet's side while he was gazing at the ruin in front of them, grinning not at the sight, but for the truth hidden beneath. For an entire year, your gift has been growing in strength. It will soon be set free, and we believe your true power alone can destroy the demons. Jet's face fell silently as Warpup continued to speak in an enthusiastic voice. For you are the prophesied anointed, and hold the future of all things. Soon the entire universe, along with the 6 others, will look to you and to the gift dwelling inside you. So, There was something in Jet's voice demanding Warpup's gaze. The boy's face had fallen to the ground. His expression was hidden, but the emotion he felt came through to Warpup clearly. For some strange reason, the Nebelonian was terrified. In other words, you believe that only my power can stop this from happening, right? Not once through that question did Jet move his gaze from the cemented ground. Warpup didn't answer, and only growled quietly in irritation. It was a mistake to show him the believed outcome if he should fail. I knew Jet wanted power, but ever since that day, he just doesn't believe in his own strength anymore. It was clear to Jet as to why he felt nostalgic after seeing this area. This was Nebelon, what was left of it anyway. Obviously, this was the supposed future should he fail. After the long silence, Jet quietly spoke. I don't want it. Warpup gave first a surprised, then desperate gaze. But Jet, you have to. You've been selected to be the Anointed. Jet's eyes flared in both anger and slight fear. You don't understand. Why pick me? There are millions of others who would be better for the job. Ask someone else. Jet hesitated, despising the conflicting thoughts. I'm just not enough. Warpup was hurt deeply to see how far the boy's belief in his own self fell. It was that stupid school that led Jet into feeling so insecure. Tears filled in Warpup's eyes as he whined, No, it is you who does not understand. This was decided long before your birth. Burner, he softly growled, his eyes pleading. Only you can be the Anointed. There can be no other. Immediately after the wolf finished its emotional response, Jet was about to reply, but a loud, deep, ongoing rhythmic alarm suddenly erupted beside him, causing him to turn and look for the noise. He widened his eyes as he looked back to Warpup, who had begun to somehow float away as the area grew pitch black. Warpup looked toward the boy who was chasing after him futilely. It had taken a little while for Warpup to register all that occurred, but when he did, his desperate eyes seemed to reach for Jet. No, not now. It can't end like this. Jet! He called frantically to the Nebelonian below him.
You mustn't lose faith. You must believe in yourself.
Warpup. Wait!